it's Burtish in a new location. Welcome to the Hermes Lounge, everyone. This is a lounge where all the this is the lounge where all the I can't see you, Burt. There's a reason for that. This is the lounge where all the comms agents hang out and such, and I've decorated it very happily for Halloween and stuff, and Mike was kind enough to let me use it for now for Halloween purposes. Hey, would you guys be mad if I told you I didn't feel like streaming a game tonight? Okay, can I be honest about something? Well, I'll be honest about it later. Hermes Lounge, yes, it's the Hermes Lounge. Anyway, I'll talk about it in a second, but for now, oh, he has Xmas already? Yep, I have Xmas already. I mean, let's just face it, we have all those stores that, you know what? Well, you know, I'll talk about it in a second, and then I guess I'll change the topic for now. But, anyway, I'm here to reveal my outfit for you guys. And also, you guys can tell, you guys have been shoved to the, right. I hope you guys don't mind that. Anyway, I will be revealing myself in a second, but for now, just letting you know that, my Halloween costume will be coming, not now, but on Halloween, so... Witchy Burt for now, as you guys saw at the beginning, but for now, everybody, marvel at my projection. Marvel at my true projection. You can see the little hat, and I'm gonna go ahead and put it to the side there because you can see the little detail. The little orange arm that dangles, that makes me so happy. Alright, and now we have my eyebrows, of course. You guys know my eyebrows. They have names. And when I get mad, they go like this. And then, of course, the top of my head. I told you I'd make the hat bigger. The hat was so small. And as you can tell, I did make some... I don't mind if you're not feeling like streaming. I also almost didn't feel like coming here, but decided to stick by my loyalty. Hey, if you don't feel like something, you shouldn't force yourself to do it. Oh, by the way, Scooter, this'll make you happy. Hold on, let me get down real quick. Ta-da! As you can see, me standing in front of the table right now, my slippers look a bit more spooky. So hi! Welcome to the Hermes Lounge, everyone. I'm gonna go ahead and scoot back down really quick so I can get up here, over here. Hi! Hello! Hold on. I mean, I don't know. I mean... Yes, it is cute. Thank you. I'm glad you think so. So, probably wondering to yourself, well, why don't I feel like streaming a game right now? There's two reasons. The first reason is I've been feeling really burnt out as of recent, and that's why the schedule for this month has not gone up yet, unfortunately. So, that is a fault on my part, unfortunately. Also, we can stop now if you like. I can chat for 10 minutes and anything if you need to. I'm fine. I'm fine for the most part. In all honesty, I was thinking to myself, maybe I should just come clean and say I really don't feel like playing this game right now. I mean, okay, let me go ahead and say this right now. Let me go ahead and say this. Five Nights at Freddy's definitely does have a cultural impact on how we see mascot horror as of today. And honestly, I can say without a doubt that if it wasn't for Five Nights at Freddy's, there would be a lot of things that probably wouldn't exist. It's an awesome custom and it looks gorgeous too. Thank you! I pride myself in how pretty I look. And I always look pretty, so... but the thing with me is that it's just like, for me, I think a part of me is like, I was happy being an observer and and not exactly not exactly like participating in the culture itself. Like it was like a zoo for me at the very least. It wasn't like for me, it wasn't like, oh well, I wish I could take part. It was more like me like, oh, look at all the funny animals running around talking about their fatty bat bears and their foxies or whatever. Foxy loxies or whatever. And I was like, man. And part of me was like thinking, I started like really thinking to myself. I started like really thinking. I was like thinking. And then I thought to myself, do I really want to play this game? And then I thought to myself, no. The reason I want to play Poppy Playtime is because I wanted to I promised Lumi I'd do it, and I don't want to let them down. But then I thought, oh my god, I cannot play this game. As the day got closer and closer. Oh shoot! Holy shoot! I am so sorry. Holy shoot! I forgot to do that. See, that's just how burnt out I've been as of recent. I didn't even set everything up. Or hold on, I need to do this real quick. Okay, how's that look? Hopefully that looks. Stop with it. That's fine. Oh my god, guys, the stream started again. Guys, I have to hide again. Okay, guys, we gotta reveal my outfit again. Oh my god. Wow, Burt looks so cool. Man, that's awesome. So sorry. I'm so sorry. That's how bad it's been these past few weeks. This past week or so, I've been so burnt out, and then as this day got closer and closer, I thought to myself, I really don't want to play this game. I really don't want to play this game at all. And not because I don't like the game, trust me, I think it's a very interesting game, but it's just that, for me, it's just not, for me, it was just, I was happy being an observer, and I don't know if I can initiate myself as well as most people could. And even if I did try to last an hour, I don't know if I'd be interested in the game as a whole. I mean, I'm not- it just makes me feel bad because, here, I'm gonna go ahead and change the topic, because it's very clear where this is going. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. To everybody who came in here, probably, and was thinking to themselves, oh man, I can't wait to see how this person reacts to Fatty Fat Bear getting in his face and screaming like a banshee. And now I'm like changing the topic now because I can't be bothered. I'm gonna spell just chatting at some point. That's just rude. You guys are probably like really mad at me because this is not exactly how you wanted Spooky Month to start. You guys wanted me to start Spooky Month with like you guys wanted me to start Spooky Month with a bang, and now I can't even bother with that. I feel bad because of that, and I'm not living up to expectations, in other words. I need more friends. Well, you guys are my friends, and you guys are enough sometimes, but sometimes I want more friends. I want more friends. I want all of them. I want to collect them all. I heard there's some SSR friends. If I you know. But I'm sorry that it's okay, life happens and such, and nothing happens, but sometimes you just need to rest. Like, I just want this, you know what, how about this? We'll make this a, sort of buffer stream. We'll make this a buffer stream, in other words. Like, here, let's do this as just chatting. This is just chatting. This is the filler episode. Filler episode, no pizza included, it's not me. There we go. There we go. Just chatting. There we go. But, I don't know. We'll call this a buffer episode, you know? Like, we'll say, okay, this is a... Oh, Burt, I don't have to do that. Just being able to stream today is enough. I know. I felt like streaming, but I didn't really feel like playing a game. I just wanted to talk to you guys because it's been a week since I've seen you guys. You know how crazy that drives somebody? You know how crazy that drives somebody? You brought pizza anyway? With pineapple on it? Are you crazy? I could always go the route of telling horror stories, I guess. Maybe I can spook you guys with some horror stories. We can just take them all. Yep. I guess that's one way we can do that. Ah, that's a horror story, pineapple on pizza. Or 2-sentence horror stories. The silly ones that you see on Reddit that are bad. Oh, that sounds fun. I have a scary story too for later. Oh, I'm not good at making up stories. Maybe I can tell some scary Reddit stories. Like, I can go to Am I the Asshole? I've always talked about it. I've always talked about how if I wanted to do Am I the Asshole stories, I want to have somebody that I can actually riff off of with them and stuff, but... I don't know. I feel like if I go on that app, I'm gonna have to actually, like, look for stuff that I know is going to end up being, like, really bad. I'd have to, if I was gonna do this, I would probably have to, I could tell you guys the story of Miss Stubell again. Oh no, I don't think Sham's heard that story. Sham, have you heard the story of Miss Stubell? Like, I read that story a long time ago. I've read that story a long time ago. Like, on a stream on YouTube, I believe. And, I don't know. I mean, I think, I don't know if you heard it or not. No, not yet. Oh, then I definitely want to tell you that story. But, hold on. We had to, oh, shoot! Shoot. I just realized something because there's something I forgot to announce. And yesterday, and I meant to have a picture up for it, but I'll have a picture up for it tomorrow. But, I started, you know what? I'm gonna make it pop up again because, oh shoot, I can't. I've ended my goal. There we go. Okay, let's try it. So I'm gonna make a follower goal. I'll say, karaoke. There we go. That should work. So there, that's... There it is. So... Oh, shoot. Oh, my glasses! Hold on. Okay. So, I did that about a week ago, but I guess I haven't really officially, formally announced it yet, but, I want to get to 25 followers. Here, I'll put the glasses back on. I'm going to get to 25 followers by the end of 2025. For 2 reasons. 1, because it would be fun. And 2, because I want to, do karaoke, but I haven't had the chance to, or the opportunity. Glasses! I wear glasses as well. These are fake. I don't wear glasses in real life. These are fake glasses. They're not real glasses. They're fake glasses. But the reason that I want to get 25 followers is 1, because I want to, and 2, because, I think it would be fun to, I think it'd be fun to have a little goal in mind, because I've seen that people do set some goals for themselves, and I haven't done that yet, and I figured, you know, hey, all the cool kids are doing it, so I might as well do it too. I understand my goal is very unrealistic. I don't know if I can be able to get 25 followers in 2 whole months. That seems very unrealistic. But hey, if you know anybody who's bored with their current streamers, they're like, man, my current streamers are so boring. Tell them, hey, there's this guy named Burt who refuses to play Five Nights at Freddy's. It's so cool. He's cool other than that, but you know, he's a great guy. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I really want to set that goal, that precedent, so I figure, you know, hey, if I can get that many followers before the end of 2025, I'll have accomplished something, and I will get to sing for you guys. You guys want to hear me sing, right? You guys want to hear me sing beautiful songs from the top of my lungs, and tell everybody, and sing cringe songs, like Katy Perry. And Kesha! I want to sing Kesha! Guys, I gotta sing Kesha, guys! Yeah! Yeah! There we go! I mean, it would be a good excuse to at least do that. I mean, I'm not sure why, but I feel like that'd be a fun little joke, little thing. And of course, in other words, in other news, Burt is not is the weird kid that sits by himself at the table. News. I don't know about you, but these VTuber accounts, these people who like literally DM me out of nowhere, follow people, oh my god, those people are so annoying. Like, seriously. If I want to follow you, it's because I genuinely think that your content is worth looking at. I'm not following you because you begged me to. My god. The fact that you had to come to me and act so entitled as to act like you owe me, I owe you the follow, you owe me the follow, or what, I owe you the follow, or whatever. It makes me angry. These people don't know how to make friends. Okay? I'm just gonna say that right now, very openly, and very admittedly, and very bluntly, might I add. These people do not know how to make friends. Or maybe I just don't know how to make friends. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, I'm ranting now. I'm angry. I'm more angry at myself, but I'm angry at this situation that I'm in right now. Because these people, they come in and they DM me in my inbox saying, hi, and I'm like, do I know you? Do you come to my streams? Do you come to my streams? You actually make an effort to interact with me in a meaningful way that actually makes me think, oh, I know this person. This is such and such from Twitter or whatever. And they're fun. It's nice. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't care. But the fact that these people don't even make an effort to, you know, comment on my post. You got rated a while back and someone chat immediately wanted you to follow them on YouTube. Yeah, that's also a very, very bad precedent for me. It's like, come on, man. I mean, I understand if you really want followers. That's fine. I understand. But begging never works. Like, begging never works. People will come I understand that the internet now is such a saturated place full of things that everybody wants to look at, that the idea of finding something new at this point is kind of be very scarce, but at the same time I can't help but feel like some people really do take e-begging to an extreme level, like literally going follow for follow, and I'm like, no, I don't follow for follow, because I am not one of those people. If I like what I see, then I will follow. The reason I don't follow people on Twitter is because I don't use Twitter as a social media, my main social media platform. That's what Tumblr.hell is for. and then you get these people that DM me out of nowhere, expecting me to connect with them, and I'm like, do I know you? Can you talk to me on stream? Can you come to my streams and talk to me? Can you come to my streams and talk to me? Can you come to my comment on my one-off, stupid little one-off like tweets that I make and comment on them and actually acknowledge them in a meaningful way? And can you at least put an effort forward to try and try to make a connection other than saying hi in an inbox? You really, I can imagine that maybe working when you're like 13 or 14, like saying hey to somebody who's 13 and 14 and DMing them and be like, oh, okay. But when you're literally trying to DM me, like, I got another one right here. Like, apparently this person has, like, these people have no idea how to really make connections. It's like these people really have no idea how to make connections or anything. They're just like, oh well, at least this person's making an effort. LON, commission open, full profile picture. Thank you, Elowen. Thank you, I look great. There's us too. Orange heart. Browsing Twitter while I'm streaming. Hey, at least they're making an effort. Like, seriously. I don't know, like, I guess I understand the social anxiety of chatting in a stream like this, because it's like, for some people, the idea of speaking out and saying something is hard, because it's like, oh my god, what if the streamer reads what I say? The streamer doesn't read what I say. What's the point of even reaching out and commenting? And sometimes I can't even keep up, because I'm like, sometimes I'll look at a message and I see it was made like 2 minutes earlier, and I'm like, oh no. 2 or 3 minutes or 5 minutes earlier, especially with a stream as slow as mine, because, no offense, you guys talk enough. You guys are very talkative. I love how talkative you guys are. But I feel like if I see a message that with that chat how slow it is, if I see a message and it was made 5 minutes ago and I was going on a tangent about pears or something, and I'm like, oh no, I didn't acknowledge this comment about oranges. I didn't acknowledge this comment about apples. Like they've been on I'm going on a tangent about pears, and then 2 minutes, and then about 5 minutes later I look over and I see someone told a personal story about how pears have affected their life, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's the kind of person I am now. You guys don't understand. You guys don't understand how hard it is for me. And this is the part where you guys switch bodies with me, and then I'm like, oh my god, your life is so much harder, guys. And my life was so simple. All I had to do was look at the chat, and now you guys, and now we have a better appreciation for each other. I hope that we can all be friends again, and then the High School Musical dance number at the end begins. And I just made up a whole movie without even realizing it. I don't know, I mean, I rant about it, I rant and rant and rant, but in the end, it's like, as far as things are concerned, I really do want to be friends with other VTubers, but I feel like the best way to make friends is to understand the person and know that it doesn't take being in your face like, hey, come and chat with me, you have no choice, and then deciding that that person is a bad person because they don't want to chat with you, but actually, you know, making an effort, you know. Well, it is Freaky Fridays, who knows? Oh my god, have you guys seen that they made a sequel to that movie? I'm not gonna talk about it right now, but I'm still on this, but I feel like if you're gonna make friends with somebody, you have to at least, you know, make an effort. Like, I'm friends with you guys, and I really am your friends, I love you guys so much, but I'm friends with you guys because you guys made an effort to connect with me and talk to me and attend my streams, and actually, you know, and then we talk off stream, and we do silly stuff, we make silly memes together about how Rupert is gay, or how Robert is gay, or whatever, but and then I commented on that one post, like, Henry. I don't know what he's thinking, but he's definitely thinking about something. One moment. I had to bring up the post because I forgot what the context was, kinda. Tempted to buy a flower pot so I can drop it on Rupert's head one day. So I commented, do it, and their response was just hyper. What kind of flower are you gonna grow? I should have asked that. What kind of flower are you gonna grow? What kind of things are you gonna put in there? I don't know. I mean, like, let's just face it. I guess that's just me. I would rather people not treat me like somebody who needs to be grabbed out of a box and thrown into a social situation. I'd rather people just feed me slowly, give me little treats, and then when the time comes, I'll be like, okay, I trust you. I'm like an animal in that regard. Communications officer, everybody. Speaking of communications, you guys see that ask that I got in Persian? Ask I got in Persian? I don't know if they took it the wrong way. I feel bad the way I responded. I was just trying to be like, I was trying to do the social, anxiety thing of like, oh no. You know how that, you know that Vine from a long time, I don't know if it's a Vine or a TikTok, but a long time ago there was this video of like, there was this video of like a person singing, hate the song, but it's like the Santa Claus is coming to town. It's like, you better watch out, I better watch out, you better watch out, you better watch out. And I was like, I'm a communications officer, 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 I promise, guys, I'm a communications officer, I promise, I'm a communications officer, I am, I promise I am, guys, I've done this before, I know what I'm doing, guys, I know what I'm doing, what does it say? I will say this, it's very nice that they are in their native language communicating. That's fun, but you know, at the same time I'm like, oh no, please speak English. I had to bring a Persian, I had to bring my specialist in Persian over to translate for me. I felt so bad, and Mike was like, Burt, you really need to start like getting on it, you know. I cannot, I mean, I guess that's the whole point of me being a communications officer. I have to be the one who help people understand, especially in a situation where like, you know, someone's speaking a different language, but then it's like, so I have no excuses at this point, but I'm just like, man, I cannot believe it. I swear. I don't know what it is. Do any of you know Persian? Did you know that Persian is written, right to left? I did not know that. I did not know that Persian was written right to left, right? That's a new one. It's a very new one. I did not know that. So, man. I'm glad that, Burt, would you like to be the leader of your ball? I think they were asking if I wanted to be the leader of the Top Hat clan. No, that's scary. The way I've seen the chief on some of his, some of his good days, he is like, even on his good days, he's like, it's like, oh god, I could not handle that much work. That's all I know about it. Is it because you heard it from me? Sorry, that was mean. Also, I'm surprised that no one bit at the little bit of lore that I left in one of my other posts. Let's see. It says, actually, now that I think about it, I did admit to a couple other crushes I have. That's like Harold. I like him a lot. I think he's handsome. This isn't his namesake after all, and despite what he actually is. He'd probably take offense to me saying that. And as for Frederick, I like him despite his cheese hat as well. Yeah, the chief does make him change the hats, unfortunately. He doesn't just keep it around, but he has more. He has made more. He actually has made a lot of sculptures out of cheese. Like, oh my god. It was, I don't know what he made this thing last time. And it was so cool. And it made me think to myself, man, I want to get crafty too. So I'm making potions out of epoxy resin, and I'm making potions out of epoxy resin. Well, my manager is anyway. I also have the potion that I use. It's in front of me right now. You guys can't see it, but I have the potion that I use. Has anybody tried to take a bite out of his head? I think the last person that did ended up going to the medical wing for a while, because it was before he changed it. But there have been at least one or two instances of him having a sort of problem with people just taking his hat and not, you know, understanding that he leaves that on for weeks at a time. I don't really mind it though. I guess I got used to it after a while. I was like, because I hang out with him a lot, so it's one of those things where I'm like, well, I'm gonna be with this guy. I might as well hold my nose and not care, you know? But the thing is, I don't know what it is, but it's just like, but I'm surprised that no one bit at that. Like, you know, because there is a secret about Harold. You guys don't know it yet, but there is a secret. I'm not gonna say it here, even if you ask, because you guys didn't want to know, so, I keep the secret all to myself, ha 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 ha. You guys can't know it. But, okay, but we'll go back to Freaky Friday. I didn't see it, but I was at a movie theater. There's a movie theater I frequent, and, for the arcade, and I saw a poster for Freakier Friday, and like the sequel to Freaky Friday, and I'm like, what the heck, dude? We have gotten to the point, I think as a society, where sequels to things from a long time ago are necessary now. We have gotten to that point. And it's like, man, come on. Come up with something original, man. Like, I remember hearing that story about how, the guy who created foster home. And he literally pitched a bunch of original shows to Cartoon Network, like a bunch of them. But Cartoon Network said no to all of them. Because nostalgia is more marketable than originality involved these days. Like, no one wants new things. Everybody wants something. Everybody wants the same thing, but with a little twist to it, you know? I cannot believe that, and I can only imagine how held at gunpoint he feels at this point in time. Like, he's probably like thinking to himself, like, seriously, I want to make new stuff, but no one wants new stuff for some reason. I don't understand. And it's like bad, because I want new stuff. I want to see new stuff. I've been seeing new stuff all the time. Like that, you know, that digital circus show? Everybody loves it. Never personally watched it, but everybody loves it. And that's pretty much fine for me. I was busy for a bit, had to help a family member with something. It's okay. You missed a lot of me ranting about stuff. And, things in general. I also had a little secret about Harold, but like I said, I'm not telling you even if you ask, because you guys didn't want to know, so. Well, it's not true. I'm pretty sure you guys do want to know, but I don't. I'm not gonna divulge into it right now. Alright, well, let's see, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, society sucks. Well, it's more like the entertainment industry sucks. I feel like that kind of applies to VTubers as well. But I feel like a lot of VTubers, they saw Gargura, they saw how popular she became in such a short amount of time. They're like, I'm gonna be the new Gargura, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll just sit here and be myself. Because I know that's the best thing that I can be. I take some inspiration from Gura, I guess. Like, you guys know my little intro. Hello, everybody. You know, all that. That's an inspiration from Gura, but I feel like the rest I get from, like, osmosis of other streamers I've watched. Because sometimes I name one of my plastic ducks Harold. Is he a Viking? Is he actually a Viking? No, he's not a Viking. I heard you lanting around a lot of things because I had the stream on as background sound. Ooh. And your family can hear me. There's so many jokes that I can do here. I had to think about which one I want to do. Play Despacito! Alexa, play Despacito! Alexa! Find California and bring it to me. You probably don't have an Alexa. It's fine. You don't have to have an Alexa. But I bet your family is probably listening to me rant and thinking to themselves, man, this guy sounds crazy. What the heck? No, I am crazy though. I've talked about this before, about my general feelings towards like my mental state as a whole, and how I feel as a whole too as well. Because you know, for me the whole idea of being crazy, seen as crazy, is just like thinking to myself, well, maybe I am crazy just a little bit, but I don't need a diagnosis. At least not right now, not in this political climate, but you know, I talked about my mental state before. It's probably somewhere on YouTube. I forgot what stream that was, actually. I forgot what stream I was that I was like, I came clean and been like, hey guys, did you know that I think I'm crazy? Because I am. I don't think my family mind having you hear you rant, honestly. Honestly, me and my family have our own fair share of ranting, so we're all even. Aw, that's good. Oh, you know what? I forgot to ask how you guys were doing. My god, here I am pouring my heart out to you guys. And I'm not even asking how you guys are, you know? How you guys have been... Are you guys enjoying your spooky month? Have you been seeing any Halloween decorations? Any plans to go trick-or-treating even though you're an adult? Any plans to hijack, go to Halloween parties? You know what? Speaking of Halloween, I think I'm just gonna do the movie thing anyway. Actually, I'm gonna combine it into a movie. Here, hold on. I'll go ahead and type out my plans here, so that way you guys can get a good idea of what to do. What might happen? What might happen here? Nah, not really. No trick-or-treating? That's understandable. Yeah, trick-or-treating's for babies. Why would anyone want to go trick-or-treating? Anyway, I guess I'll type out my plans here really quick. Okay, let's see. So, Halloween plan. Of course, as we do today, we might tell some scary stories. Scary stories. Here, let me get this out of the way so I can write and look at you guys at the same time. When I was in college, I did a lot of Halloween stuff with my gay club, but after that, we didn't do much party stuff. Oh, well, that sounds fun anyway. I mean, you know, you got to do some party stuff. That's fun. You guys have an idea of what if you could have a costume right now? Who would you dress up as? I'm dressing up as a cowboy, but as I've said, my Halloween costume will not be revealed until Halloween. Due to technical difficulties, I'm not gonna divulge into them personally. But it has a lot to do with rigging. Well, last night I was stressed because the S-kittens were meowing loudly. I mean, it's adorable, but it seems like they need to eat wet food now. Also, them being very attached to me. You gotta ground them. You gotta tell them, look, if you're not gonna eat your food, you're grounded. Have you been teaching them swears as I've suggested? Have you been teaching them swears? Have you been teaching them? Have you done that thing? Okay, there's a thing that cats do sometimes, and it's really silly. But apparently, you haven't done any swears. Oh my god, SMH. But there's a thing that cat parents do. What they'll do is they'll take their kids, they'll put them out there, and then they'll start swiping at them for no reason. I've seen that video. Have you guys seen that video? That video of the cat literally swiping at her kids and literally coming at them and all that and stuff. It's like, and apparently the explanation was that the kids had to learn how to fight for themselves. So that's the intention or whatever. That's cool, but that's cool and all that. But you know, it's just like, it seems so silly when you think about it, because it's like, imagine if your mom did that when you were a baby. Like, imagine if your mom did that when you were a baby. They just set your little baby ass down and they said, okay, it's time for you to learn how Taekwondo, kid. And then it also reminds me, I keep drawing tangents to other videos I've seen, like the video of the cat, and then I think about the kid, and then I think like, oh, you sit your baby down and you try to have a battle with him, and I think about another video I've seen about a guy who literally tried to have a rap battle with his child. And then just the tangents go on and on and on, and then eventually it ends up like that episode of Ed, 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 Eddie, where we're at the end of the rope, and then suddenly we're children again. Let's see. Halloween plans, scary stories, let's see. Definitely a movie. I will figure it out. I don't care what Twitch says, I will figure it out. We're watching a movie I've never watched before. I'll say it 3 times. Watching Beetlejuice, because I've only seen snippets of this movie, and I actually want to watch it. So, and if you guys don't like that selection, you can watch another movie and pretend I'm watching that one. We're watching this movie, so deal with it. Slinky and Snitchel, one on my right foot, help. They're cute. Oh no! Guess what? This is the perfect opportunity. Let's teach them how to defend themselves. Kick them off. I'm just kidding. And then we're gonna do, Scooter suggested that we do a Halloween tier list. Halloween candy tier list at some point. So I will take that suggestion to heart. I won't be doing submissions for, Halloween scary stories. I'll probably just, start crawling online and see if I can find some. Maybe we'll throw in some, silly 2 cents horror stories as well. You know, but right now my The basis is that, I don't have any scary stories, cause... Well, I can tell a scary story. I could probably tell a scary story right now, but I can't tell it right now because I haven't thought about it yet. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting distracted by the dangling chain on my hat now. Look at that. Guys, just look at it. Look. It's just hypnotizing. It's just hypnotizing. Alright. But yeah, those are the Halloween plans. I will be streaming on Halloween as per usual. I will have the schedule up soon, don't worry. But I want to tell some scary stories. I kind of want to do some user submitted scary stories, but you guys don't have to tell them now. Want to. You guys don't have to submit them. I can find my own scary stories. I can steal from people online. It's what I've been doing my whole life, so you know, it won't be any different from how it usually is. We're definitely watching a movie. We're watching Beetlejuice because I've never watched that movie. It seems pretty cool, and I've never really seen it before. And you know, I'm a very simple person, I guess you could say. So I hope. Have you guys watched Beetlejuice before? I've said it 3 times. Oh God. Oh my God, I said it 3 times. So is it showtime? All right. So have you guys seen that movie, or is it just me? You know, or is it just me that's like kind of in the corner of? I've seen the ending of the movie. I know how it ends. So I guess I've accidentally spoiled myself on that regard. But I've only seen like little snippets of it, so I definitely want to watch the full movie, see what it's all about. Watch the beginning, I've watched the end, I want to see what it's all about. And then we do the Halloween. Oh yeah, about the Halloween you mentioned. My family and I don't usually don't celebrate Halloween, it's not really traditional. Celebrate Christmas Eve as early as September to December. Yes, it's a thing. Okay, this is another tangent that I want to get on right now because I was thinking about this before when I was like doing some crawling to do like to steal stuff, but oh my God, I think I'm gonna go ahead and put my personal conspiracy theory out there because I feel like this is something that is actually a thing. I haven't watched any of the Beetlejuice movies yet. There's 2. There's a sequel. Once again, the entertainment industry's excuse to try to cling on to sequels rather than actually making original content. But oh yeah. Anyway, my personal conspiracy theory against for retail is that if all the retail if Congress came to all the retail people and said, hey, you are allowed to eliminate one holiday from the calendar. If no one will celebrate it anymore, we're gonna get rid of it forever, and there's nothing anyone can do about it. I think they would eliminate Halloween. Because it feels like a lot of people, the way some people view Halloween, as far as things are concerned, combined with the fact that they put Christmas stuff out as early as September, makes me realize that they really don't care for Halloween. Halloween feels like one of those things that they just shove to the side and like, oh yeah, that's a thing that exists, I guess. But then they're like, they're like, if we don't have the Christmas decorations out by mid-August, then people are going to complain. Meanwhile, with Halloween, it's like, well, who cares? It's just, it makes me angry, you know? It kind of makes me angry, but at the same time, I think I can kind of understand it. But it just makes me angry, because it just makes me think that whole idea of Halloween being seen as satanic is not gone from people's minds. People literally still see Halloween as one of those holidays, unfortunately. The holiday of, oh, wow! Semantic wood cutter rop. Wow, that's awesome. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna copy and paste your name because last time I got in trouble for not remembering a username. I'm not gonna let you come in here. Yeah, there we go. Semantic wood cutter rop. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, dum-dum. But yeah, that's a tangent I'm gonna go on now, because it's like, I feel like if the retail holidays could legally get rid of one holiday, it definitely would be Halloween, because it doesn't align with the with everybody, what everybody thinks it is. I'm surprised. I guess I haven't been seeing it recently, but I feel like a lot of people still think of Halloween as that satanic holiday, and it's just dumb because it isn't. It's just a Halloween. It's how could you say that getting free candy is satanic? I guess it's greed. It's one of the 7 deadly sins. It's greed. It's just like, oh, you're greedy, and this, and then it's like, what's the other thing? Gluttony. Gluttony is one of the things that people associate with candy because it's like, oh, you're getting free candy and you're being greedy and stuff. And then the dentist appointments come. But hopefully, you know, hopefully they get good coverage. I mean, after all, cavities are a very, very serious thing. And as a result, you know, you gotta take care of your teeth. And of course, you know, candy is only good in little bits, and try not to drink too much soda either. I mean, you know, I'm not saying that, but you know, I can't exactly blame dentists for being stressed on a day like Halloween, because then they hear, oh my god, do you guys remember that trend? I don't know what possesses people to think that this is a good thing to do, but do you remember that trend of parents? Speaking of Halloween, how did said holiday come to be? I mean, Christmas doesn't really resonate with me because of colonial baggage. I'd rather celebrate New Year's than anything. It's a complete revolution the year. Another year starts anew. Chom, you'd be mad if I told you that I lost my point. Someone clip me, please. Someone clip me. I need a refresher, please. I need a clip. Anyway, I mean, I don't know where Halloween came from. I think it was like a pagan holiday at some point. It was a pagan holiday. And eventually, the Christians got a hold of it and decided to make it more Christian. Because, you know, because that's just how it is, unfortunately. I'm sorry that you don't like Christmas because of baggage. You know. I hope that you still have a good. Well, I mean, I don't know how to really express this. I don't really know how to express it. But photograph a historic site, help Wikipedia, and win a prize. Oh my god, you can win a prize on Wikipedia. What was I talking about? One theory holds that many Halloween traditions were influenced by Celtic harvest festivals, particularly the Gaelic festival Samhain, which are believed to have pagan roots. Some theories go further and suggest that Samhain may have been Christianized as All Hallows Day, along with its Eve, by the early church. That's fine. Say it as messy as you can, as long as you get the point across. I hope that the holiday season goes well for you anyway. And if you go get presents on Christmas, I hope that you get something really nice. Really, really nice. I'm talking like... Oh my god. Okay. You're believed to have pagan roots. Some theories go further and suggest that Samhain may have Christianized All Hallows Day by the early church. Other academics say Halloween began independently as a Christian holiday, being the vigil of All Hallows Day, celebrated in Ireland and Scotland for centuries. Irish and Scottish immigrants took many Halloween costumes and customs. Not costumes. Well, I guess that too. In North America in the 19th century, then took the American influence. Various Halloween customs spread through the other countries by the late 20th and early 21st century. Halloween is thought to have influences. Sorry, I'm reading Wikipedia right now, so if you're just tuning in, sit down. I'm channeling the right thing right now. I'm channeling Dr. Coomer right now. You know Dr. Coomer from what's it called? Hold on. Let's see what I... Yes! That's what I was about to talk about! Oh, you know what? Let's pause Wikipedia hour for a sec. Okay, so I was talking about this trend. Apparently a little while, I don't know if it's still a thing, and if it is, god fucking damn it, I hate you if you do this, but apparently a long time ago, I remember seeing the trend of people. They would record their kids. They record their kids being, and they would, you record their kids and they would be like, hey, guess what? I ate all your Halloween candy. That's such a jackass, it's just a jackass thing to do, I swear. I cannot believe it. Like, holy cow. Can you imagine doing that to somebody? Doing that to your kid? It's just like, what the fuck is... How do you live your life thinking to yourself, oh, you know, it'd be a funny prank if I scarfed my kid for life and made them lose trust in me. That's the funniest prank I can think of, guys. Ah. Ow. What the fuck? That's it. Yeah, here, we're allowing that, but what the fuck? That's a shit-ass thing to do. It really is! Like, seriously. Sham, I thought you were a bot for a second. I was like, oh my god, seriously? Another one? Tonight? But yeah, seriously, like, don't do that, man. Don't do that, seriously. What's this? Okay, so Halloween is thought to have influences from Christian. We're gonna go back to Wikipedia hour now and kind of cleanse ourselves of that. So I'm gonna channel my inner Dr. Coomer, and I'm gonna light mode. Okay. Halloween is thought to have influences from Christian beliefs. The English word for Halloween comes from All Hallows Eve, between the evening before Christian holy days of All Hallows Day, 1st of September, and All Souls Day. Oh yeah, and then the Mexicans, they do like the Day of the Dead, which is really cute, in my opinion. I like that they have a holiday that they can just celebrate the people that have passed on. I actually have a comms agent that celebrates the Day of the Dead, that Dia de los Muertos, or whatever. Dia de los Muertos, or Muertas, or is it not Muertos? I don't know. It's not really a church major feast in Christianity. Had vigils that began the night before. A feast? Oh my god, we gotta bring this tradition back, guys. We gotta bring this feasting back. We gotta bring this back. I wanna have like a big feast before Christmas. Like, there's 3 days where we can, that's 3 whole days where we could be having a big old party with a lot of food. Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. Seriously, that's a thing. Oh, and then New Year's. That's 4 days. I just want to eat, guys. I just want to eat. I am eating right now. I'm eating candy corn. So it's like a fun thing I'm doing. Okay, it's like vigils. Think of vigil as like, me too. Purple sleeplessness. Oh, so you're supposed to stay up all night. Well, we don't have to bring that part back. I'm actually eating right now. I'm eating candy corn. I'm one of those, I am a candy corn truther, unfortunately. I eat candy corn. I don't know what your guys' opinion on candy corn is, but I'm a candy corn truther. I got hooked on it thanks to, hooked on it thanks to, Burt grandma. Burt grandma, she liked candy corn too, so. It's like, it's good. It's like some of the best stuff that I've ever had. Though, I can't eat too much of it now, because back then I could house the stuff. I was like a machine. I would feel sick afterwards, but I'd be like, yes, yes. Permitted the term shit ass. Never tried candy corn, honestly. Oh, well, that's fine. I mean, I will say this. It's not something that if you like, I think it's okay. I've made chocolate candy corn. There's a such thing as that. And man, they're coming out with everything these days. Where was I? These 3 days, all collectively hold Hallowtide, how many Christians honor all the saints, and pray for the recently departed souls who have yet to reach heaven. Oh, well, I guess we can bring some parts of that back. Commemorations of all saints and martyrs were held by several churches in various states, mostly in springtime. 4th century, Roman Edessa it was held on 13th May, and on that day, 609, Pope Boniface the 6th were dedicated the Pantheon in Rome to Saint Mary and all martyrs. The day of the Maria, 8th century celebration. Customary for criers to dress in black to, let's see, 8th century. Panda Beats. Let's see. It's Celtic influence. It's called. Those claim that both Germanic and Celtic-speaking people commemorate the dead at the beginning of winter. Oh. Ooh. But the beginning of winter is in like December now, right? Well, this was like back then, back before Augustus was like, hey, you know, it'd be great if I had a month named after my friend. No, it was Julius, right? It was Julius who added July and August into that year. Because the year used to have 10 months, and October used to be October, like actual October. But then they were like, oh no, it's actually we're gonna add 2 more years, 2 more months, and they're like, okay, at the end of the year, right? And then it's like that meme of the guy. It's like the meme of the Star Wars guy and the girl. I forgot what their names are. It was like. No, it wasn't. It's not Luke. It's Anakin. Anakin and Padme. It's the Anakin and Padme, and they're like, "Oh, you add them at the end of the month, right? End of the year, right? Please." But now there's what? July is named after a person. Damn, Julius Caesar. I think it was Julius Caesar who added July and August to the Gregorian calendar to be jerks, and also because they wanted months named after themselves. Because when you're the ruler of an entire nation, you can do whatever you want, I guess. Anyway, let's see. Roman fever, which claimed lives during Rome's sultry summers. That's fun. On Hallows Eve, Christians in some parts of the world visit cemeteries to pray and place flowers and candles on the graves of their loved ones. That's a nice tradition to do. That would be a nice tradition to bring back. You know, just go to your grave. Just like go to the grave of somebody you loved and then be sad because they're gone still. But that's a nice little ring. I guess that's kind of the how self-centered them kind of tracks, honestly. I mean, I think it's nice, you know. I think it's still nice, like, you know. Like I haven't learned anything, honestly. This is reading Wikipedia in a nutshell. This is reading a Wikipedia in a nutshell. Like, that's just the idea. You just like, I want to learn something, and then you read, and it's like 20 different things that don't have anything to do with the topic you were learning about, and you're like, okay. Well, I mean, we'll just say that it used to be a pagan holiday, and then leave it at that. That's the sort of vibe that I'm getting at for now. There's so much that I think of, there's so much that I can think of, like, right now. There's so much I can, I'm getting distracted, like, what was my point? My point was that it is what it is. We don't have to know the origins. It's fine. We can just pretend that Christians ruin everything and move on. Well, I mean, if it weren't true, no. Let's not get political, though. We're gonna refrain from political discussion, quote unquote, on this channel. I try to stray far away from when it comes to religion. It can't help but get political. But I guess it's just how it is. I know a scary story, I can tell. It's a very scary story. It's so scary that you guys will be like, oh my god, I have to delete my account right now. I can scare you guys with something about me. You want to know how I said I like oranges? That's a lie. I actually like apples. Bruh. I can tell the story of Miss Stubell again. I know Scooter will probably be like, alright, I know where this is going, but, you know. But you know what, I will end it off with another scary story. I don't know if I saved this as a bookmark or something. Because I wanted to save this. No, that's not. I didn't save it as a bookmark, and I gotta scroll through all my whole tag or whatever, my whole reblog tag. Hope I find it. Hold on. I can think. One of the good things about Tumblr's UI is that search UI is that it allows you to sort things out by like post type. So I'm just gonna search through my I read this story a long time ago, though. I read the story like a long time ago. Like, seriously. I don't even remember when I read it, but it's like... I remember I reblogged it after I did it. Anyway, because I was like, I wanna come back and read this story again, because I really do. Oh god. Some of the stuff that I reblog is not exactly safe for work. Okay, let's see. Oh, Shadow! Oh, he's so cute! Ah! Ah! I need to play Sonic 6 Shadow Generations. I missed out on it because I had to play Half-Life, and nothing wrong with playing Half-Life 2. I loved Half-Life 2. It was a fun little romp, and I wanted to do that, but at the same time, I was like, oh, okay, I'm not finding this post. That's scary. That's scaring me. Where is it? I reblogged it, right? I did reblog it, right? Oh dear. I don't have it saved still, do I? I don't think so. Let's see. I may have to outsource something else. Or maybe I could just, you know what, I just thought of something. But then again, Tumblr will be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Oh my god. Okay, here it is. Yes, I found it. I found it, guys. I found it. We're gonna be playing reading Reddit stories, except with a Tumblr ass. We're gonna be reading quote-unquote Reddit-esque story, I suppose. Then again, if it was Reddit, then it would probably be more eloquently phrased, I suppose. Okay, well, anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and set the stage real quick. You guys want to get comfortable, find a drink of choice, get cozy with it, maybe get a snack or two. Because this will be your last chance to do so before I start spinning this yarn that somebody else wrote. I'm gonna go ahead and say this, I do feel bad reading it, but at the same time, it's like, you know, it's like one of those circumstances of if you post something online, there's a very high chance that everybody's going to read it, including TikTok influencers that want to read things for likes. So, you know, don't tell stories you know are going to be read aloud by other people, just saying. I mean, I understand. It's like, I guess part of it is like, it's not original content, but I guess it's the same way with reaction YouTubers. I'll go on that tangent later. Like, hold on, let me write that down really quick so that way I don't forget, like... I know my dumb brain. Ah! Hey, Ben! Hey, Ben! I know my dumb brain. Remember the Pull for Skeletons only story? We can write. You know what? We can rewatch that video too while we're at it. I just have to find it though. I remember I stole it from your blog, so very clearly I can find it. Alright, hold on. Rant about reaction. VTubers. And such. Okay, let's see. Maybe I can find a Reddit story. Maybe. I'll find one in a sec. I'll find one after this, maybe. Maybe we'll read one Reddit story together. It'll be the NMIA asshole story. Okay, here we go. So, we're gonna go ahead and set the scene right now. We have a post by Couldn't Think of a Funny Name. This is their post. They made it in 2017. Jeez, this post is old. And I was a prune rat, fave rollis, and a pisser deactivated. Reactivated said, asked, couldn't think of a funny name. Please tell the children the story of Miss Stubbills. And couldn't think of a funny name answered, Grace Fuck. Why would you invoke her name like that? Okay, fine. Gather round, children. Buckle up because we're going on a bumpy ride back to everyone's collective least favorite place, 7th grade. Okay, I don't know what 7th grade is in the Philippines. I know that's where you live, Sean, but 7th grade is kind of like middle school. Like it's the middle tier. Like if you're around I want to say, let's see. When you're in 8th grade, you're almost in high school, so you're 14. Around 13, 14. Around 12 to 13 years old. When you're in 7th grade, you're at least 11 to 12 years old. So, not 11, 12. 12 to 13 years old. 12 to 13, not 11 to 12. 12 to 13. So, some background. I went to a very small Catholic school. One class per grade. We were the largest with 19 kids. Everyone knew each other whether they wanted to or not. Despite basically every teacher and faculty member's insistence that we were the best and most special class in the school. Nah, 7th grade is basically high school here. Whoa, that's fun. That's fun. That's cool. Alright, let's see. Everyone knew each other whether they want to or not, despite basically every teacher and faculty member's assistants or investment special guests in the school, and that everyone loved having us. A long-standing 7th grade teacher, Miss O'Hara, decided to retire in the summer of 2008, meaning that the school had to find us a new teacher for the upcoming year. This would be like the first new teacher in the school for a while, and as she was getting the best class, it was viewed as a big deal. Somewhere in like July or August, we got a letter announcing Mrs. Stubell, and it came with a list of books to pick for summer reading. It's basically all the information we had. So the first day of class, she seems nice enough. Very ditzy, I guess. She was very easy for her to get herself off topic while talking. She constantly paced around the room, never staying in one spot for longer than a second, complaining that she had restless leg syndrome. Which I'm sure she did, but she was in the middle of introducing herself, and then went on a 20-minute tangent about restless leg syndrome without anyone prompting her. It's almost like you could see her scattered thoughts flying around her head. Is restless leg syndrome really a thing? Hold on. It probably is, knowing my luck. Restless leg syndrome. Real cause of restless legs. Restless leg syndrome. It's neurological, usually cause overwhelming urge. Oh, so it's an autism thing. Okay. I'm like Miss Stubell. I have my scattered thoughts are flying around my head. So anyway, it says anyone, but I'm gonna say anyway. She eventually gives somewhat of an introduction. She only taught in public schools before. She kept worrying that she didn't know how to teach at a Catholic school, despite the entire class insisting literally nothing was different. You just teach the curriculum twice a week, and we have a religion class with Sister Mary King. That's literally it. She still talked over us and worry. That's in parentheses. She told us about her kids. She told us about her obsession with Emily Dickinson, stuff like that. Then she hands us this worksheet. She's like, oh, these are just some basic questions for you to answer, just so I can get to know you guys better, and like in the lieu of an icebreaker game, which is fine, but the questions were all, what is your most haunting fear? What is your deepest regret? Have you ever experienced pain of loss? What was your worst injury? What was your worst nightmare? All the questions were like that. And then on the back, she wanted us to draw a gravestone and write out what we wanted our epitaph to be. We're 12-year-olds, mind you. And oh my god, and one girl missed the first day because her grandmother's funeral. So when she came the next day and saw what the teacher was insisting she do for homework, she almost had a panic attack. The lady still made her do it. Like, literally, who wants to think about death anymore at a time like that? Oh, I'm Jeff G. Damn, those are some personal questions there. Okay, here, we're gonna pause the story here really quick, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. So let's go back to everybody's least collective favorite place. 7th grade. If your teacher handed you something like that, what would be your first thought that went through your head? And I'm not saying like that from the perspective of your, adult self, maybe from your 7th grade self, maybe. I have a feeling I would probably be like, well, I'm getting graded on this, so I better be a good kid, and she's weird as hell. Yeah, I know, right? I know, right? I love this story, though. I kept coming back to it because it's so funny. It's so awful. I guess that's why Am I the Asshole stories are so funny, because it's just how it is. Alright. Okay, so then we get to summer reading book reports, right? Now she has given a list of maybe 20 books that you can pick from, read it, and then present them in an oral report on it. You had to know cards, and you had to be able to answer questions from the class at the end. All in all, I've had worse projects. So on this list, she apparently put Madeleine L'Engle's entire book series on the list. Not only should not make it known that this was a series and not multiple standalone books, so when it first started up, it caused a mass panic of kids trying to put together plot points and make connections on what the hell they had read. When it comes to book reports, I feel like a book report on, I feel like a book report should be, like, a bunch of books that aren't related to each other. But maybe I wouldn't mind, but I would think years later how that's a little too personal to ask for a kid. Oh yeah, definitely. Really bad. Yeah, I think when you're young, you don't really think much of these things, but when you're older, you're like, oh my god, what the fuck? Alright, let's get back. I was the only kid in class who had read A Wrinkle in Time, and that has led to a series of events that really actually scares me. I'm still incredibly freaked out. I'm not gonna get into it right now because it'll take away from the current story, but I just know that I'm not above wondering if it only happened because I read the book for Stubel. Anyway, so like, I get through the report okay. The class kept asking questions about it was fine. Asking questions about it was fine, but the teacher kept asking questions that didn't make sense. Like, at all. My friend Angie has always had super neat handwriting, and Mrs. Stubel got, like, obsessed with her note cards and asked if she could borrow them for something. Sorry, had a burp. When we got our grades back a few weeks later, Angie had points taken off for not having note cards. Ugh. And then our teaching just didn't happen. She'd never stay on topic. She'd always get herself distracted. We were not learning anything. And this wasn't a class of advanced smart kids that love to learn. By all accounts, we should have been thrilled. But it got out of hand. It got to points where we had to start teaching lessons to ourselves, asking teachers from the other grades to help, always coming home in tears, complaining constantly to our parents and the principal because this woman wasn't teaching us anything. And there were 2 kids that asked her multiple times for extra help, and she told them each time to talk to me after school, but then she'd leave immediately after school, so they wouldn't be able to talk to her. They finally brought up the issue in the middle of class, and she had a breakdown, yelling about how nobody ever thinks that the teacher has a lot of work to do, and maybe she's entitled to taking off early. When we tried to argue that she shouldn't schedule meetings and then breaking them off in the name of relaxation, she stormed out of the room and tried to get the principal to give us attention, which, like, our school didn't even do, and she was the only one wrong in this situation. We're still in September at this point, and already 10 kids have had parents considering transferring to another school. I remember there were only 19 of us, and most of this class has been together since preschool, so that was a big deal. Then she starts coming in with all these weird bruises. All the moms, trademark, little tiny TM at top, immediately started gossiping that her husbands had to be beating her, and that's why she was so screwy in the head. But the way she talked about her husband, it made it seem like he might be dead. We actually did witness her fall and smack into a doorknob once, so no one really knew what to believe. Also, I'm not trying to imply that abuse would make someone crazy or damaged or anything. This is just what was being said. I think they were trying to turn her into a more sympathetic character, because if you feel sorry for her, then you don't have to hate her for frustrating your kids so much, and hate is a bad emotion. Remember, if you hate, you go to hell. You go to hell before you die. I mean, these are Catholics, so it's understandable, you know? But I feel like gossip is kind of a bad thing, too. You know, when you think about it. What in the world? That's an ass teacher right there. Okay, here we go. Also, this woman and Emily Dickinson. She talked about Emily Dickinson I have a weird thing in my throat. I'm sorry. Right there. She talked about Emily Dickinson every chance she could get. None of us knew who Emily Dickinson really was before she got there. You could see it in her mind. It was a capital offense. She found that the curriculum didn't have room to cover her because we had we had a textbook. And was way too upset about it. She started reading her poems whenever she found the time, usually somewhere in history class, and usually gave very detailed accounts about her dressing up as Emily and reading her poetry at the library. Now, 2 things to note here. 1. The library did not hire her to do this. She would literally just get in the mood, put on an Emily Dickinson costume that she just made by herself, drive to different libraries, and just read poetry out loud to everyone there until someone eventually asked her to leave. The way she described these events, her tone, the look on her face, her posture, you could just tell she was getting some sort of sexual gratification out of this, like dressing up as Emily Dickinson in public and reading her sad poems is really what got this lady's jollies rocking, got her all hot and bothered, which is like a lot, but why would you tell a bunch of 7th graders about it? Holy shit! What about that sounds like a good idea? What about that turns you back on? So anyway, I was gonna say, did you just walk in off the street and just start teaching? I don't know. I don't know. We don't know that part. Anyway, we learned a lot about Emily Dickinson against our will. One of the Davids, Tiny TM at top, was reading a book for pleasure, which shouldn't have been a shocker. A lot of kids always had books on them, but Stubell got really interested and asked if she could borrow it from him. She was like, sure, after I finish it, but he took it that day. He asked her for it back for like 5 weeks straight. And the strudels. Okay, so the school was trying some dorky thing to promote togetherness and some virtue or something. I don't remember the specifics of why, but each class had to make a huge theme poster, hang it out on the wall outside the classroom, which was like, whatever, not the most thrilling project, but at least allowed us to be productive and versus just sitting there as the teacher runs about this room, rambling about her family vacation from 4 years ago. Mrs. Stubell decided we need a quirky nickname, and after 3 days of deliberation, we were christened Stubell's Special Strudels. Points for alliteration or whatever, but no one actually voted for that. And what exactly do strudels have to do with Catholicism? It became a big running joke amongst the kids. She just strode into a library. Oh yeah. Yeah, something like that, you know. Also, in case you're wondering, she didn't explain the assignment correctly to us, so every other class had like these beautifully artistic, well-themed, put-together posters, while ours was literally just literally a bunch of shit thrown together on paper. Nothing fit with each other, and it's literally embarrassing to look at. But then, she wouldn't drop the strudel thing. Like, she kept bringing it up. She really got into strudels and would just tell us random shit about them. Finally, someone jokes that we should get strudels one day for a party, instead of a pizza party. She's freaking out and on board. She really wants to buy us strudels and have a breakfast party now. She's talked about it for like 2 days straight. So you're like, you know how in school where you would have a pizza party, usually a teacher would buy it? That's how they always happened in my experience, not counting the last day of 10th grade when some kid had pizza delivered to the school for lunch, but didn't get there until math class. Especially in grade school, like it wasn't a PTA-made party that's super organized. The school would buy the food, right? Right? And she was like, this is happening. You guys need to give me the money. Just give me the money and I'll pick them up on my way to work. And after some arguing, some kids are on board. Strudels should only cost a couple dollars, right? She's like, oh no, I'm gonna get them to this high-end bakery near my house so it'll be special. And they're not cheap and it'll be a big order, so I'm gonna need like $15 from each of you. And at this point, I'm like, just like, lady, come on. But she keeps insisting she's not gonna go until every student in class pays up. And I'm like, I'm poor, I don't even like strudel, and some of the less naive kids are siding with me. And then she pulls out, you guys are just spoiling all the fun for your classmates shits, like the naive kids who already paid up. So it gets to the point where you just gotta cave and give her the money. I ended up stealing it out of my crazy bitch aunt's wallet, so it's whatever, I guess. And then, of course, shockingly enough, every morning she was met with, "Where are the strudels?" And every morning she went wide-eyed, slapped her forehead, and yelled in embarrassing horror, "I totally forgot! Tomorrow, guys, I promise!" Honestly, with how scatterbrained and confused she always was, like to this day, I can tell you with 100% certainty that whether she hustled us, so we're just actually forgetting about the damn pastries. I choose to lean towards the hustled us side, because that's the type of people I'm used to, but if I found out it was innocent forgetfulness, I wouldn't be surprised. What are strudels again? What are strudels again? Oh! It's, those are strudels. I like thought to myself, you know the Pillsbury Doughboy strudels? Or whatever? Like, you know, the ones that are, like, in the freezer section. And they had, like, those little frosting packets that, you always ate. You always sucked the frosting out of every last drop because you wanted to eat it instead of, eating the strudels. And then you grew up and realized the strudels tasted good, too. No. That's just me. Yeah, cool. Cool. She couldn't handle more than one person talking at the same time. Like, we'd have break periods or group work or something, and all the talking made her go wide-eyed and batty. She looked overworked and anxious and would be darting around the room trying to do work or something, but she couldn't focus. She'd yell at anyone who tried to talk to her directly. I can relate to that, honestly. I remember one time she was using this boy's desk for something, so he asked where am I supposed to sit, and she snapped, "Sit on the ceiling for all I care." And this kid was a class clown, tiny TM on top. I love the chocolate toaster strudels, but they don't have them anymore. Aw, those sound good. I like the strawberry ones, personally. The strawberry ones are really good. She snapped, "Sit on the ceiling," so he immediately grabbed a chair in one hand and started climbing the bookcase to try to reach the ceiling. She's standing right next to this and doesn't even notice. He got all chair legs planted on the ceiling, was trying to maneuver his way into the chair. I don't really know what the plan was. He was really tall and it was a small building, so I think he probably had the idea that if he got his body upside down, he can get his body upside down and in the chair and stretch out his arms like a handstand, hold onto the bookcase, he could arguably sit on the ceiling. But he slipped, crashed into my desk and two desks next to me, knocked over the bookcase, broke the chair in half, and hit the desk with enough force to knock them lower. It was hilarious. Not down lower. It was hilarious. He broke all his bones and had to go to the hospital. That's not written, I just added that because that sounds serious. Like, if you saw one of your classmates take a dive like that, would you be, like, concerned? Shouldn't you be, like, more concerned? Alright, well, everyone was losing their shit crapping up. He was fine. Oh, well, he was fine. And it still took Stubel like 5 minutes to notice his lying across the desk, right in front of her eyes. She was pissed, but how did she miss any of it in the first place? She was barely being helpful in whatever she was trying to do. This was the year that the Phillies were going to the World Series, and all the grades were having a Phillies rally in this cafeteria, so a news crew was supposed to come to the school, and each class is supposed to come up with a fun little cheers for them to broadcast. Multiple cheer ideas were presented to her, and she vetoed all of them. Someone even suggested singing the damn Eagles theme song, replacing the words and calling it a day, but she vetoed that too. She was very adamant that she could come up with a cheer all by herself and it'll be the best one. Whoever had the best cheer was running like an ice cream day or something, I don't know. IDK. And then, like literally 5 minutes before the rally, she just hands us signs with the letters and was like, "We're gonna spell out Phillies and we'll be cute, won't it, my strudels?" We were the weakest class there, predictably. I think we lost to the kindergartners. There might be a there might still be a video of me online of me shouting "I" passionately at the top of my lungs. It was online because our cheer was so bland, the news crew cut it out of the broadcast. Oh, harsh. That's, I swear. I literally can't say enough about how she never taught us anything. She'd be going on some tangent about how she doesn't understand the science behind skiing. And I'd be like, "Okay, but yes, but could you please, can you tell me where Romania is on a map?" and she'd start fights whenever someone actually wanted to learn. It was so easy to get her angry, but so hard for her to stay on topic. Kids started teaching the class themselves. Like, seriously, she'd be rambling, and one of us would go up to the podium, open the teacher's guide textbook, and start reading out loud and talking over her. By the time she noticed, we'd be halfway through her lesson. And we understood it better than when she tried. You know, something's wrong with preteens are more qualified for a job than adults who supposedly went to school for this. We were at church having run-throughs for our upcoming confirmation. She almost set the church on fire 15 different times. It's less than half an hour. In less than half an hour. How hard is it to hold a candle? Okay, so here's where stuff really starts kicking up. It was October. All right, you know what? I know Sham. I know you've heard this story, Scooter. But if you're still out there, Sham, how do you think this is gonna go? Like, you know, we all know everything's kind of going to pieces right now at this point. So, you know. Sorry, I'm eating another candy corn right now. Maybe I should eat something after this. I know, I can eat a strudel. Let's see. I don't know, I'm curious to know. Oh, okay. Okay, so here's when stuff really starts kicking up. It was October 28th, a Tuesday, and it was our last day of school that week because they were having parent-teacher conferences the rest of the week. We were just hanging out, watching movies in class, and reading. Lord knows we weren't learning. And Stubelle calls me over to her desk. So, like, she's given everyone little bags with candy for Halloween, but I get up there, and she hands me an extra one. And she's like, Molly, I know your birthday is tomorrow, and I brought you a present, but I left it on my coffee table this morning by accident, so just have the candy for now. And I'm like, ma'am, I'm like the 6th birthday this year. You didn't get anyone else presents? And she goes, oh, I know, but this is a special secret surprise, and I just know you're gonna love it. You want to stop by my house later this week and pick it up, or should I just give it to you Monday after school? And like, in writing, this sounds like a non-threatening exchange, and it was like, it was. But it felt so uncomfortable, holy shit. I'm looking over my shoulder and shooting my friends SOS signals. Something about this felt so weird in my gut, OMFG. I told her thanks and I'd just see her Monday. So we flash forward to Wednesday, my 13th birthday, the day Phillies won the World Series, and also the day my mother innocently strolled into school for her meeting only to be met with screaming, the sound of heavy destruction, and the school secretary, Mrs. Daly, running at her in a panic, waving her arms, yelling, "Your meeting is cancelled! Your meeting is cancelled! Get in my office now!" So my poor mother, who thought that she could handle the whole meeting in a few minutes, barely be an hour late for work, is now barricaded in the front office with a school secretary as the noises from the hall get louder and louder. The woman explains that they had gotten so many complaints about Mrs. Stubelle that this morning, when she got to the school, the principal, Sister Patricia, called her in and said, "Listen, we need you to be professional and still have the parent conferences. We had to let you go. I just don't think you fit in well here, and the kids need to come first and feel comfortable in their school." And I'm like paraphrasing because I wasn't there, but we all know she was very polite and professional about it. Mrs. Stubelle, however, was not. She flipped her chair and stormed out of the office and locks herself in the 7th grade classroom. She started wrecking the shit out of that place, screaming obscenities at the top of her lungs, and they had to call the cops on her. She was locked in there for almost an hour. Let me give you a nice little list of everything she did in that classroom. Smashed 3 windows, threw everything off of her desk, and carved swear words all over it, got cleaning fluid that she knew would damage the chalkboards and smeared it all over, cracked the chalkboards by repeatedly smashing chairs against them, wrote swear words all over the walls and on desks, went into students' desks, ripped up their books, stole my glasses, which were on my desk because I only used them in class at the time, threw some desks around, carved swear words into boards. There was so much carving, I just assumed that she had a knife on her person, which has led to the question, did she have a knife on her while she was in class with us? Physically ripped the hooks to hang backpacks out of the wall, knocked the closet door off its hinges, ripped up all the books in the bookcases, and threw their pages all around the room, wrote lewd phrases inside students' desk, broke multiple chairs, used her podium as a battering ram against the wall that's in front where the backpacks go. The wall won, but damage was inflicted. set a fire in a trash can. When the principal and other teachers started trying to get in, she tossed a rolling chair at the door to scare them off. She was screaming curse words at the top of her lungs the entire time, and cursing the school, and the kids, and the principal, and the church, in general. And the school building was small, so all the parents and the smaller children that had to come to the meetings who were locked in their respective classrooms in fear heard everything. And so much more, but it's 4:30 in the morning as of the post, as of the making of this post, and this list is already long. So my mom is in the front office, and deadass, the entire police force shows up, running down the hallway to the classroom, yelling at her to stop, and it takes a while for them to get her out. Holy shit. They knocked down the door, and she tried to escape out of one of the broken windows, but they got her and dragged her out. So remember how we started this preface with saying that this is a small town? I bet you those cops tell this story for years. This is the story that all these little coppers, they're like, oh my god, remember that crazy lady that literally damaged and vandalized a classroom and we were called to drag her out? Man, that was amazing. Like, I bet that was the best day ever for them. They're like, nothing ever happens in this town. Now they have something to talk about. So of course, in such a small school with very involved parents, this shit spread like wildfire. The entire town knew within the day. The poor principal called a newly retired old 7th grade teacher and was like, so we need some help. And the lady was like, I already heard, I'll be there on Monday. OMFG. I remember I got a text from one of my classmates saying, if your birthday wish was for us to be set free from the beast, I love you. OMFG. So we eventually go back to school on Monday and everyone's buzzing. The principal has us go to the cafeteria. Must be stressful for the cops, but it can be entertaining. I mean, that probably was stressful, but for them. I mean, not that I care, but yeah, I imagine that they're the ones that stayed in that town. They probably like tell that story every now and again. They're like, oh my god, remember that time? Remember that? Man, good times. Like nothing ever happens in this town. So we eventually go back to school on Monday, and everyone's buzzing. The principal has us go to the cafeteria, and she delicately explained the situation, and that our old teacher is coming out of retirement for us, and the school has a restraining order against Mrs. Stubell now, and that she's sorry that we had to deal with this mess. Our classroom had to go under some heavy reconstruction before we could be let back in there. So for like 2 weeks, we had alternated between the cafeteria and the preschooler's classroom. We had no books or anything, just provided loose leaf paper and pens. It was like surreal, but everyone was just so happy to be rid of her and to be in presence of a competent teacher, OMFG. We eventually were able to get back into our usual classroom. Here's 4 more things. It took a while for things to go back to normal, completely back to normal, though. After the big spectacle made for weeks after she was fired, we're all very scared of the possibility of Mrs. Stubell returning to the school with a gun in hand. It's always a topic we whispered about at lunch with wide eyes and shivers, like genuine nightmare scenario. About 2 weeks after she was fired, a boy in the back of the classroom gasped loudly during SSR. We all looked at him. He whispered in anger, "She never gave us our frickin' strudels!" Dude. That one's kind of funny. Okay. About 3 months after she was fired, we were all lined up at the tower to go to the library when a few of us looked through the windows and saw something darting through the trees. It was fast and we couldn't make anything out, so we let it drop. When the class returned and the teacher returned half an hour later, the book she had borrowed months before from one of the boys was sitting on his desk. It was just laying there. The room was silent, nothing had been disturbed, and I'd never seen a book look so threatening. People were freaking out. Someone kept insisting that she turned the book into a bomb. No one figured out how she got into the school, and no one could figure out how she got it on the right desk, as we had switched the seating arrangements since she had last been there. Alright. A full 6 months after she had left. It was nearing the end of the school year, and our class was dicking around in our last computer class. Someone found a website that we weren't allowed to be on that pulls up police records of attached to whoever's name you enter. Someone decided to search on Mrs. Stubell as a joke. We ended up finding out that she has like 6 DUIs. And That's the story of the horrendous teacher I had for 2 months in 7th grade. One of my favorite party stories, but to be honest, she still haunts me. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious. Well, I couldn't think of a funny name. It provided a little bit of entertainment for us. Oh my goodness. I mean, Scooter's already heard this story, so they're just like, "Mod. War never changes." What did you think of that, Sham? Was that scary enough for you? Was that a bit Wow, that was quite the ride. Yep. Yep. Alright, well, I don't even feel like doing this now. I wrote the note about reaction YouTubers and how I think they're kind of... Okay, like, I'll go ahead and say this right now. I'll go ahead and say this. If you do it, like, once or twice a month, it's understandable. Those poor kids. 2 months was too much. Yeah, I know. I know, right? Like, God. It's good that they can look back on that kind of more entertaining than scary, but that teacher was terrifying, yeah. It's a good thing that that the person who was typing that can look back on that now and laugh, but at the same time, it's like it's understandable that they, it's understandable that in that situation, if you were that age and you had a teacher like that, that would probably be a very horrible and terrifying thing. I found the skeleton story. It's on Reddit though. I don't mind. I don't care. Link it up. And while you get that prepared, I rant about the reaction YouTubers and such. I guess the thing I'll say about reaction YouTubers in general is that I feel like whenever people do it, it's like for some reason I feel like people don't actually like do it as a I feel like people do it too much. Like there's once a month you react to like commercials like Vinny does. He does commercial chaos like once a month. And that's fine. But when you start, can you link the post that you just read? Okay, I will. I will link that just a second. But I feel like if you do it like all the time, it starts kind of losing its luster. Like I feel like after a certain point you start running out of ways to react to things. Like like you know how let's see. Stupid. There we go. Oh wow. So it was an April stream I did that. Okay, here we go. There it is, right there. Paste. There you go. Enjoy, Sham, enjoy. But I remember, but I think to myself, I think to myself that it's just kind of one of those things that I feel like if you're gonna do like reactionary stuff in general, you have to be original about it. You cannot just, you know, this. Oh, I've just got an achievement on Edit, window capture. Okay, let's hide it for now, so that way I can kind of cropping. Really wish it showed how you're cropping on let's make it visible. Ah, okay. Well, at least I got close. There we go. Wow, it's been a while since the last live Burt reaction, huh, guys? It's okay. It's okay. We'll bring it back a little bit for now, for this occasion, for this special occasion here. Here we go. I watched this way back when I did the witch's house, and it was really funny. So here we go. This is our favorite Halloween tradition: reading the book my brother wrote when he was 10. Music. Don't worry, I'll be. Oh, right though. Oh, and the sound isn't even on the video.
Our favorite Halloween tradition: reading the book my brother wrote when he was 10.
Once a witch in a spooky house. The witch was mean. She never shares a thing. Chapter 1. The house was haunted. Very haunted. A person named Tommy went in the house and saw a real baseball in there.
A real one.
When he got the ball, everything was baseball supplies coming mad. When he got out, he forgot the ball. He went inside to get it. Then a huge ball came down the stairs. Tommy ran as fast as he could. Chapter 2. There was a pool for skeletons only.
Skeletons only.
The witch could shake, and her broom got dust. That broom always gets dust every single hour a week. The skeletons sleep in the pool every midnight. They have an alarm.
The alarm?
Clock. They wake up in morning at 5 a.m. In the evening, the broom and witch go to bed. Chapter 3. The witch wakes up at 3 a.m. The broom wakes up at... A sign said, beware.
There was a poll for skeletons only. Guys, there's a poll for skeletons only. He wrote it when he was 10, dude. He had no idea how to write stories. Like, you write a story when you're 10 years old. I used to do that a lot. I used to write stories when I was young. Like, I would like publish chapter books or whatever. And now I'm a VTuber on Twitch. Hearing them cracking up makes it so hard not to laugh. Yeah. It's so dumb. It's such a dumb, silly story. I mean, he wrote it when he was 10, so of course he's not gonna know how to really write a story, but still, it's funny. It's funny. Oh, here, let me turn my music back on here. I'm gonna turn it down just a little more. Hopefully that's comfortable. Let's see. Okay. Okay. I wrote a story when I was 9 about two kids going to beach and seeing a shark and getting mad that they couldn't go swimming. Oh my god. And now sharks are fine. Sharks are fine now. They're cool. But you know, that's just how it is. Well, you know what? I'm getting distracted. My mind's starting to wander. I'm surprised I held myself up for like an hour and a half, 45 minutes. I wanted to apologize for not playing Five Nights at Fatty's. You know what? If someone puts it on the wish list for Christmas, I will definitely play it. Because that is one thing that I will do, is I will accomplish that. But in the meantime, I'm glad that you guys at least stuck around for chatting. I'm glad that you guys stuck around for that much, and I'm glad that you guys came to talk to me. Thank you for hanging out. I could tell a scary story. That sounds fun. It's not long. Okay, well we'll hold our goodbyes for a second because Scooter has a scary story for us. Ooh, it really happened too? Now that's even better. This one time I saw a ghost and you're like, okay, I don't believe you. Tomorrow we will be starting Poppy Playtime. Which I will get into, fortunately. And of course, you know, and because I promised Lumi I play it, I'll try to give it a try. I'll give it a good old-fashioned college try. That one I will actually play because let's just face it, I'm not gonna knock too much on people's interests, you know. But we will play that tomorrow, so I hope you guys are looking forward to that. This is kind of the buffer episode, the filler, the little amp up for Halloween. So when I was 12 or so, my family went to visit relatives in Canada over summer. We went to Kilmorey Lodge, which had already burned down once. Ooh, I like where this is going. And it's in Canada too. So you know, I don't know. You know that it's gonna be super scary because you know what else is in Canada? There's people in Canada. You know what they speak in Canada? Canadian. I'm just kidding. They speak French in Canada. And I don't know French. I know some French. I know oui oui and bonjour. S'il vous plaît. Just please respond. Please, or I don't know. There's people in Canada. And almost right away, the weather got horrible and there was a snowstorm that knocked out power in the town. So the lodge was just lit by candles for a week. Cheese and rice, that's awful luck. Especially when you're on vacation, too. Like, imagine going on vacation and then a tornado hits and you're like, well, all the fun stuff to do in town is gone. So I guess we just sit in our hotel room and watch Wheel of Fortune again. You know, that's the old college spirit, right? No. Sorry, I'm waiting for your next message and I'm just like trying to think of filler now. A whole week, geez, like I can imagine like maybe like a couple days, but a whole week. But you were in 7th grade when this happened, so you're probably like, it probably wasn't even, like infrastructure isn't as good as it was now, because I can imagine like, if it was like a couple days, we couldn't do much, so we just hung out in our rooms and explored the lodge with a candle. My mom and I got bored and took a walk in the lodge and wound up in some weird cramped corner by a small staircase. I'm enjoying the stream while having my breakfast. Yay, it's good. It's good. Can I have some? So in a weird cramped corner by a small staircase. Oh, I get it. It was the staircase that was scary. Oh my god, we don't have stairs where we come from. Sorry. That's awful. That's an awful thing to say. I mean, I've seen staircases, but when I was much younger, I didn't really live in a house with stairs. So, a house with a staircase was a new thing to me. You know? And especially now, like, oh my god, stairs in a space station? Well, actually, most of our stuff is either ladders or wheel elevators. And you know, we try to make everything as wheelchair accessible as possible, especially since we have some people in wheelchairs. But if you can't get to a certain place, then you're just gonna have to be carried. You know, and sometimes it can't be helped. But we try our best. We try our best. There are also like ramps everywhere too, so it's also helpful. So, I was in the front and looked up and saw a dark figure right in front of me, just standing there, not moving. My mom saw it too because she took my arm. We just backed away and went back to our room. Still no idea what we saw. Can I have some? I cooked scrambled eggs and heat up meat flat. That's what my family calls it. Meat flat? Like bacon? I mean, I guess I'll take the eggs. We just backed away and went back to our room. Still no idea what we saw. Whoa. I have a feeling this is gonna culminate into, hey, we saw something weird. And then the owner's like, you haven't seen anything weird since 1907. And then suddenly the eerie music kicks up and you're like, oh my god. Oh, obviously in Canada there's weird things too. Like, you know, it's basically ground meat that's just turned flat. Oh, so it's like a sausage. It's like those sausage patties, you know, the pork sausage patties. And then we were just sitting in our room and my sister and I screamed suddenly. There was a dark figure moving outside our window, which was on the 2nd floor. Wow. That's a really tall guy. Sorry, I'm laughing, but you went through a really, experience. Like, oh my god. On the 2nd floor? That was a really tall guy. I hate to say it, but Scooter, you know observation duty? I think you just went through that. Turned out to be an employee shoveling snow off of the roof. It always turns out that way, huh? I was about to say, well, if you don't have I guess there was a roof out there, but you know. Oh my god. But I was like thinking to myself, you know how in observation duty you have those anomalies? I think you experienced that in real life. Life, Scooter. It's lucky your mom was there to get you out of that situation. We're gonna be playing observation duty on Mondays, by the way. He's gonna be replacing our Minecraft Mondays for the time being. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Any other scary updates, Scooter, or is that all the juicy spooky gossip you got for us right now? I'm just gonna I'm sorry. And then we went home from vacation after having better weather elsewhere. Then my parents told me years later that the Kilmorey Lodge was apparently haunted. So who was the shadow at the top of the staircase, I wonder? And how did the house become on fire? Did it get set on fire again? And the Kilmorey well, my question just got answered. And the Kilmorey Lodge burned down again sometime later. My goodness, they want that place to stay haunted, don't they? Either that or the ghosts have a grudge. I don't know. The end! Woohoo! The end! So, you went home from vacation, you found out it was haunted, and it burned down again. That's a good story. Okay, well, anyway, as of me, streaming this, Voices of the Void has not received its, next update. Which I'm a little worried and concerned about, to say the least. I mean, let's just face it, I think it's safe to say that we might have to just play the current version that I have right now, and then just, deal with that for the time being. And then, so it's fine, that's fine. That's fine and dandy and all, I don't care. I mean, I want to play more Voices of the Void anyway, so it's not like it matters. But maybe once I'm done with that, a new version will come out by the time, November rolls around. And all that. As for Mondays, I will be replacing them with another horror thing. I might make a post about that on Halloween. Ooh, do it. Do it. As for, Mondays, every other Monday, instead of doing Minecraft, I will be playing Observation Duty 7. Or 6, it depends, but 7 is definitely a goal. And we will be playing that. I probably won't be playing that for 3 hours. I can guarantee you that, I'll be lucky if I can hold it together for an hour. But anyway, I think I have a little short little scary story to share as well, if you don't mind. It's not really long. Okay, I want to hear this. But I'm just basically rattling off the plans. Oh, and also, while Sham is, getting that prepared. While Sham is getting that prepared... Then, hold on, I'm gonna get the link. Forms. Sorry. My throat is like really bad right now. Ugh. Not sure what it is. Let's see. Yeah. Important URL. Paste. There we go. That's still going. I have 3 submissions so far, and any more submissions are welcome and appreciated, especially if you haven't submitted. So if you're watching this stream and you want me to live Burt react to your dreams, I would really love it. We're also going to be doing some other stuff, including, and not limited to, talking about like optical and auditory illusions, which I think are really cool and I really like those. So I want to make it like a little dream journal event. So if you have a dream that you had recently or a couple years ago or tomorrow that you want to share and you feel comfortable sharing it, then follow the link there in the chat right there, and it'll take you to the Google form. You can also submit them via tungle.hell through the submission form. if you really, really want. I don't mind or care or anything like that. Just if it's a nightmare or a dream, make sure that you follow the rules. Make sure that you don't submit any wet dreams. I am not interested in your wet dreams, so don't submit them, please, for the love of God. And of course, as per usual, I hope that you get a lot of dreams. You know, I'm a dream Burt. I'd love to talk about my dreams a lot, and I figure I always subject you guys to that. So I figure, you know, maybe you guys have a couple of dreams to share. You have a couple of dreams that you want to tell me about. And that's fun too. So, let's see, what else can I say? Yeah. I think October, despite this little hiccup, this minor hiccup that I avoided playing Five Nights at Fatty's again, I think this is gonna be a fun month. B3313 is gonna make a comeback. We're gonna play Dredge because I kind of owe it to Laerda because I never played it during Brett Camp Burt. Poppy Playtime as well. We're gonna be returning to Voices of the Void. We're gonna be turning to our old save, which I'm gonna try something with the bunker. Just saying, I'm gonna try something with the bunker. But other than that, and on Halloween, which is on a Friday, by the way, we will be doing a lot of cool Halloween stuff. I will probably make a post talking about it as far as things are concerned. But we will be doing some Halloween stuff. We'll be watching a Halloween movie. We'll be watching Beetlejuice, and we'll be doing like a let's see. We'll be doing like a tier list for Halloween candies as well. Anyway, let's see. What else should I talk about for now? Well, anyway, I hope you guys I mean, you know, as soon as the stream ends, I hope you guys have a good evening, though. And like I said, I'm sorry I didn't play Five Nights at Freddy's. Like I said, I feel like I like being an observer more than I do like being, like talking, like actually playing the game itself. And I guess it's, for me, the lore just keeps getting more and more and more complicated. And I'm just like thinking to myself, at a certain point, don't you think that maybe, just maybe, no. And then you hear about how poorly designed the games are in general. Oh, okay, here we go. And it's just like, you know. Alright, so, back in 3rd grade, I moved to a school that's on top of a hill. I noticed that there were strange gray plaques on a rocky part of the campus. It sets off an alarm bell in my head that maybe the school was built on top of an old graveyard, but I'm not too sure. Huh. Right, that's a good start. I hope that's not all, because it'd be really bad if I read that in a very dramatic voice, and then you're like, the end. And I'm like, what? That's it? And the Zuko gif with the scroll is like, that's it? Just getting myself a little more comfortable. My foot's cramping up. But man, I don't know. You know those stories about people who are like, oh, this was built on an ancient Indian burial ground. I'm like, you mean fucking everywhere? And I think to myself, man, some people are so unoriginal when it comes to scary stuff. Like, seriously, it's not even funny. Oof. I think I have asked someone or my mom about this, but never got any concrete confirmation. Whoa. So let me guess, you saw a ghost. And he went, my homework is overdue. And you were like, you've been dead for 550 years. Sorry. I shouldn't joke about it, because these are like the kids, you know. It'd be sad. Strange gray plaques on a rocky part of the campus. I mean, it could just be that there's a cemetery nearby. Or maybe maybe the school used to be a church. Creepy. Yeah, it is creepy. It's very creepy. This is one of those things that, like, you know, I think you guys have seen it very firsthand that my fight or flight response is automatically goes to freeze. like I am like when it comes down to horror, I'm not a fight or flight guy. I'm a freeze guy. I freeze, but then I just spring into action. I guess it's because for me, it's like if I try to think about all the possibilities of what I could do. Like if I fight, then there's a very high chance that I could lose, especially in a situation where I'm very clearly outmatched. But if I run, there's a very good chance that the thing will chase me, and that's the last thing I need. Like, oh my god. And I swear. Ugh, I swear. Well, is there anything else? Or sorry, I shouldn't sound like that. I shouldn't sound like that. It's just because I'm genuinely curious and interested. I'm like thinking, oh, what's next? What's next? I'm curious. I'm curious. I'm very curious now. Where's this gonna go? Like, what's gonna happen next? Like, you saw a graveyard at your school, and you're thinking to yourself, oh my god, there's a graveyard at my school. Let's see. And you said 3rd grade, and you said 7th grade was high school, so I imagine that this is a high school. I don't know if I was actually scared, but something in my mind doesn't sit well at that thought. I'm not really a superstitious person, but spirits are kind of big deal in my place. Oh, okay, yeah, that's understandable. Hey, that's understandable. That's an understandable sentiment, or statement, to say the least. I mean, you know, if I believed in spirits as well as most cultures do, then of course I'd be a little sus when it comes to, that kind of thing, because it's like, oh my god, this is like an ancient burial ground, like, am I safe here? Question mark? And all that. And so, you know, that's the, first immediate thought that comes to your mind when it comes to that stuff. I mean, if I went to a school and there was a graveyard outside, I'd probably be like, well, I guess that's a thing, you know? I mean, that's all really. There ain't nothing new to, anything more to add. It's alright, that's fine. That's actually pretty creepy, but I understand the sentiment of you're like, oh my god, it was so scary when I was younger. So, you know. Anyway, I'm glad that I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Hopefully you haven't really been experiencing any. My old school kind of made me feel creeped out like that. I see. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. This is pretty much where I'm gonna mosey on off for now. I hope it looks like everything on the time-space scale seems to be stable as far as things are concerned. I mean, I got some new upgrades from the CCC, so that's why I was able to keep this projection for this long. But hopefully things aren't going well over in your universe. But anyway, this is where I will head off for now. I already made my plans clear to you guys. Tomorrow we'll be playing Poppy Playtime, BBST as per usual. I hope you guys are ready for that. And of course, as always, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for chatting for me. And thank you for being so understanding about my circumstance of my selfish desires. I understand that some people are probably a little disappointed at my selfish desires, and but I just wanted to talk. I didn't want to like play games right now. I just wanted to talk for now. I'm sorry I had to fall on Five Nights at Freddy's night. I will play the game. I will put it on the wish list, for crying out loud. And I hope that you guys take care of yourselves, love each other, be good to each other, and as always, make sure that you keep your strudels in check. Love you. See you tomorrow. Bye!